1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1. Sorry, there's a little hemiola there. You get my hemiola? Shifting from that corner. Well, I'll get it then. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. This is a little like an hemiola part. But then 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, hemiola. But so you get it's a dance. The minuet is based on early dance type movements. So it's in 3 to give it that kind of 1, 2, 3, that kind of dancey type feel. So it's always in 3. It's just this part of the program.
It's not a choice.
Yeah, not a choice. You're in 3. Yeah, see.
So in Harmony 1, Lewis really pushed the idea of writing the melody first, and then you sort of didn't think that was as important. But
Right.
is there a method like that in this? Like this melody sort of the thing you want to start with before chords?
See, in this case, I think, yeah, you're going to want to do melody first because you're going to want to write some sort of, like that. That's a very catchy melody, and so you're going to want to write some kind of melody that is going to be nice and catchy and move along, and in order for you to have a good minuet, and then think about going, harmonizing underneath it.
Okay.
That's what I would recommend with this one. But that's not to say that at the same time, like in your B section, you're not thinking, wow, I really want to do this thing where I start on G and then I turn it into a G dominant 7th and that takes to C and then I turn that into a C dominant 7th and then I go to F and then I go to F dominant 7th and I go to B flat and then in B flat I end up in G minor and I use G minor. I don't know, you go crazy. But so you're also thinking harmonically. So then you say, well, now I can come up with a melody to work with that, or a melodic sequence to work with that harmonic scheme I came up with.
But it would seem like once you've established what your melody is, that's when you can sort of go to that.
Yeah. It's I would say for this section particularly, you're going to want to think melodically and then think about harmonization. For the other parts, you might want to think more about harmonies, and also. There's going to be some harmonic requirements. I haven't quite figured out all the details yet, but you'll have to use a secondary dominant, at least one, probably more than one. You'll have to use a secondary leading tone chord. You've got to modulate. So you also you do have to think about the harmonies that are going on, and follow all the rules. Like 2 should go to 5, should go to 7, or 2 should go to 5, should go to 1, that sort of thing. Those should all be in there. I think with this assignment, we're thinking more that you're starting to think both melodically and harmonically. So when you write a melody, you're thinking about the harmonic implications, and when you think about harmonic implications, you're thinking about what you can do melodically above it. Okay? Sure. So I don't know, I don't want to leave it too up in the air, but like I said, probably, think up a catchy melody. If it harmonizes really easily in a good common practice harmonic progression, then you're done. If it doesn't, you have to start, pounding and shaping and whatever. Then that's fine too.
Sure. Makes sense.
Okay, so yeah, then in the B section, you're going to modulate back to the home key, and you've got to at least end up back in the tonic key at the end of it. That's based on this idea of starting someplace, journeying someplace else, and then journeying back to the home key. That's the main overall plan of a binary form. Okay. So you are starting in C major, modulating to G major, and then modulate back to C major. The modulation, even though we'll cover other types of modulation, the modulation to whatever key you go to should be a common chord modulation. Okay, the kind of modulation we talked about before. There are other types of modulation, like there's direct modulation. Oh, well, we did do direct modulation. We talked about.
Yeah, we did.
Or there's modulation using a sequence, but I want you to use a common chord modulation because that is the most common kind of modulation. What's that beeping sound? So yeah, so a minuet, 3/4, binary form, with a modulation, with some secondary chords in there. That's the basic idea. So in introducing this topic to you, what I was thinking is that you could start sitting down and maybe, hey, come up with a great melody, or, start thinking about what you want to do in the B section. Usually the B is a little more adventurous harmonically, a little more changing harmonically. Over the summertime, when things are relaxed, rather than in the fall semester when you're going to be in history and you're going to be in harmony and you're going to be in musicianship and you're going to be killing yourselves, you can get a head start on this thing. So like if you're playing guitar and you think, wow, that's a cool melody, I'll write that down, maybe we can use that. Start sketching out some ideas, start writing out some things, so you'll be that much more ahead of the game when you get into the semester and this all suddenly time to start working on the final project.